Hey, you guys, I know it's been a while, but so much has been going on, so I'm going to catch everybody up. But the main reason I'm here, I'm doing this video is that I just wanted to talk to you guys. I got to get on here because we, lost somebody just that we were not expecting to lose. Very shocking. And I also just want to talk about other things too, but not on the same video. I'm doing a whole nother video for the other thing. But, because I'm in a rental car right now, because you don't know I be in my car driving, I do it. But, because I have a rental car, so I can't put my phone in that thing, because the way their vid is set up. So, but hopefully I'll have my car back tomorrow. So I put it in the shop on Monday. Okay, I'm gonna be moving around because I gotta maybe something to eat for lunch. I'm on my lunch break. And yeah. So I finally got my car because I had to come out of pocket for the rental because when I got that car in December, I got in December. I had switched my insurance over in February, and I remember being like, I'm gonna get rental coverage because. But I went through and I got in an accident. I didn't have rental coverage. It was just I'm just going to pay. So I know I asked for rental coverage, and for some reason they didn't put it on there. So I'm coming out of pocket for this rental car. So I had to wait till things lined up. So I had to take money to use to cover like last week's rental. And then I got paid to cover this week's rental. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get paid this week. I get paid. I'll just extend it before I had to bring the car back today, which is today. And extend it, and I'll be good until, you know what I'm saying, at least, so I extended it up until next Friday, because he said my car should be ready next Thursday. Because I spoke to him, today. I spoke to him, not today, I'm sorry. I spoke to him yesterday, and he was like, yeah, order the parts, and hopefully the parts will come, if not yesterday, he told me today, so I told him this present that the parts come. It's praying that the parts came today and they work on it and done by Thursday. So I'm hoping, because I missed my car. Because I missed my car and stuff. So, and I've been going through a lot financially this year. And I feel, I've been going through a lot financially this year. I feel like I'm in financial warfare because money just hit me left and right. And so I was like, okay. And stuff like that. So I'm in that car right now, so I can't really put the phone up like I want to, because you guys either want to see, you guys might hear me, but you can't see me, so. And yeah, I love my little can that I bought, extra virgin olive oil, great value. I love it. It be getting things crispy now, so I don't have to worry about cooking things over. I spray that on there. But yeah, so I'm in a compact. I was like, I do what I can afford, so I did a compact. 4, 6, 8. The bitties in here. I have to get everything. And yeah, and yeah, and stuff. So I'm in that, and I'll be driving that around. That little, it's a 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, and that little thing get up. And now I shot that the woods is so small. And break my can out right here. You know what I'm saying? But it drives good and stuff like that. So I've been getting the boys to and from, because I'm literally like, I was like, you know what? And when I put my car in, I said, no, I'm going, I ain't gonna trust that I leave it to God, and just trust that things will work out, so I said, God may get more than I can handle. Because when you're having kids, I couldn't Uber, it costs too much, to Uber. It costs too much for me to Uber, because I would have to get the boys to daycare, and then get myself to school, and then I may get to work. Then I had to leave from work, go to daycare, and then back home. I said, there's no way. I said, it costs too much. I had it. So I'm just really going through a lot financially. So it just sucks. So I had to, so yeah. So I ended up sending it today. Then I had to, and then for the car to be fixed, my deductible is $1,000, because I have been in a couple of accidents. You know what I'm saying, that was my fault. So but that was with my other insurance. This insurance I only been one, which is the one in December. that I was in. No, I'm sorry. In December, that was the other insurance. Whatever the auto only been one, that was in June. Because for those who don't know, I posted about that. I got into an accident in June trying to make a left turn, and I believe that person was on her phone because if she had beeped out her, beeped out the only mission not to get over. I would caught myself, and I'm kind of upset about that because I feel like, if I know what I was doing, I don't know because when you make a left turn, your hands is in a certain position when you make a left turn. My hands are up like this, But anyway, my so I had to pay that. That's my deductible. That's out of pocket. I'm like, what in the world? So I had to wait. So I've been getting the money from the foster care. It's like these first 2 checks I've had to use it to cover something. I couldn't really do anything for myself, or I can't really say because I want to save to get a house. But like, damn, it's like when you got goals and work on things. Here comes the damn devil. You know what I mean? Here comes the damn devil wanting to, I was always throwing something, but and it can be discouraging at times because like when I'm fostering, I don't know how long I'm gonna have this kid, and that's where the extra money comes from me to be able to say because like with my income that I'm bringing in, I don't make enough right now to save for a house. So I was banking on this, because with the first check I bought the boys some summer clothes because they had more winter clothes than summer clothes, so I bought them that. Some summer clothes with that and a few other things, and I got them some shoes because they didn't have no sandals. They had a lot of like sneakers, but nothing for their toes to breathe in. You know what I'm saying? They had Crocs. But I was like, they need variety. They need, you know what I'm saying? It's hot out here, doing that, it's gonna make the feet smell. So I'm trying to, keep my babies. So it just been it's been tough. I can't. So it's just been a lot this week, and and I'm about to. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. That's why I haven't been able to be in the car and record because I don't have my car. So now, and that's also kind of why I really haven't been recording. I've been trying, but so much going on, and it's just been busy, and it's still going on with my mom. But that's stuff my mom will talk about later. But we're going to talk about the main reason why I'm here. So first and foremost, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Share with your family, friends. Like my YouTube channel. Share my YouTube channel. Share with your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, church members. Get it out there. Share. Malcolm-Jamal Warner. So was it yesterday? Was it Wednesday? Possibly Tuesday. I think it had hit. And I was like, when it hit on me, it was from TV1 through Facebook, and it was like teams is saddened to learn or saddened. And at first I'm like, okay, me, I'm big with that. So it's okay. Well, maybe they get ready to say, maybe he lost his mom might have tragically passed, or I expected it to be. I expected it to be one of his family members. I did not expect it to be him. I honestly didn't. I really didn't expect it to be something. Okay, he probably lost a family member or something like that. Let me click on it. That's probably what it is, and they just want to say their condolences to him. And I clicked on that thing, and it said of his past. I said, what? I saw the devil is alive. I said, what in the world? And then it said he's 54. I'm like, what? How could he have died? It seemed like he was always about being careful and cautious, and so then I said, well, let me go to Google. I said, because if it's real legit, it's going to be, whenever I hear somebody pass, especially someone like that you expect it to be, like when Tito had passed, I said, I'm going to make sure to see this legit. What I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he's been involved in death hole rumors, I said, let me go see if this is legit. So I go to Google, sure enough, there it was on Google. And right there on Google, he passed, and I was devastated. I was like, what? I was just in shock. It's like, you feel like you knew them. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times I watched The Cosby Show. Can I tell you how many times I watched, The Cosby Show? I had my favorite episode like everybody else. It was just shocking. and stuff like that. And then when it started coming up, I said, the music, I'm like, okay, what happened? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Was it health? Like, couldn't find out. Because the music, I was like, for all we know, like Chad Bones, he could be going through something. He just kept it private, like Chadwick did. That's why everybody was so shocked when he had passed, because nobody knew he was going through. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew that he was going through. So it was like, well, you know, and I thought maybe he was sick to go through. He had a problem, which he has a right to. You don't have to, you know, disclose anything like that. So I said, okay. But when I went to Google, it came up. It was like, I was like, drowning. I said, what? You know. And they said, what did they say? They said he was in Costa. I had to feel like, well, first it just said he was in Costa Rica, and he had drowned. The daughter was in Michigan, where I was from my time frame. It wasn't until later on, they got found out, oh, he was 8-year-old boy. So it's that same situation again. Hold on now. I can't see him down right here. Hold on. That leaves us in a minute. Here we go. Give me, I'm trying to find something. I remember trying to. Yes, I was like, okay, so that story again. And I, of course, I thought about Naya Rivera, about how she was in that same boat. And of course, some people had their negative type things, or people would consider to be negative. My thing is this, because y'all know with me, I'm going to be honest. Because y'all know I look at the whole thing, and we have to be honest. You don't have to know a person or had met them, had some relationship with them to not know. If it's all over the news, and you see that, you think you'd be a little more cautious. Especially with Naya Rivera. And, okay, I'm full of someone else who was there saying, oh, it was a wrestler. Same thing. It was in the ocean. Rip Current came, and his son was there, so of course he, you know, risked like to save his son. You would think, okay, let me not be too far. You know, some people said it was kind of messed up. You know, one person was like, oh, another black guy who don't know how to swim goes to the ocean. Just because he got caught in the music doesn't mean he'll know how to swim. And to me, that's ignorant, because just because you know how to swim still doesn't mean you can't get swimming by. Still doesn't mean you can't outswim a rip. No, I don't care how good of a swimmer you are. You cannot outswim a rip current. A professional swimmer probably can't outswim a rip current. You know what I mean? So, can't outswim a rip current. What makes you think you can? You know? Don't watch it. I'm gonna tell you. Oh yeah, I do know watching this. That's what I was gonna do. But and that got pissed me off because you assume, well, he died because he how to no, that's even stupid. But it's just tragic. You think about it, because I'm thinking about Bill Cosby, regardless of what happened. Felicia Rashad, all the siblings that were on the that were cast as siblings on the show, and then of course Raven Simone and everybody else that came in. You're just like, because it's not something you expect, but at the same time it's like how to be mindful that, okay, if you're going to the ocean, you heard other people. You know, so don't put yourself in a situation where you're another one that's dying that way. You know, because you see the heartbreak, or you can imagine the heartbreak that feeling's going through. Why would you just go through that? You know what I'm saying? Was his wife there? You know what I'm saying? So, because, and one thing I realized a few days ago thinking about is that when these things happen and their kids are with them, they are traumatized. Naya Rivera's son, Chad, what her name last name was, his son. I mean, he had a son too. And now Malcolm's daughter. They're going to be traumatized. They're going to need therapy. You know, think about the fact that you can traumatize these kids and stuff like that, because they're sitting here And they're already gonna have their own trauma because of the fact that what they went through because they almost died or whatever. And then, you know, and now that child has to say, okay, my last moments with my dad, he was fighting trouble for his life and whatever like that. And knowing him, he probably made sure he was calm so he didn't look, you know, and then make sure that, you know, once I bet once his door was clear or whatever, he probably did start to have that moment and try to, you know, and things like that. But just be mindful of those things. You know, there's plenty things you can do to your children that's more safe, especially when they're that young. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, as much as you might like to do, so when you have kids, you have to change up things that you do. You know, there's a lot of things going on. So came over with Rihanna about her saying tablet babies. That's what I'm going to talk about in the post. I don't want to add it here, but I would definitely, you know, I didn't know I would miss him. I definitely know when I go back to watch the Cosby Show, I'm going to see it differently. It's not going to feel the same. Just like we listen to someone's music or an actor. Like there's certain actors, when I go watch it, it just seems different. It just seems weird watching because you know that person's no longer there. You know what I mean? So it's going to feel weird watching the Cosby Show again. Just tragic. Yeah, it could have been avoidable, but it is what it is. I just praise and condolences to his family. People try to come out to Karen Melina White. You know what I'm saying? They were in a relationship. I thought they had a daughter together, but apparently it was with the wife. But they were in a relationship for I think like a couple years, like 7 years. And they tried to say her post was insensitive, like how you gonna sit there? But here's the thing: they were in a relationship together. And I'm pretty sure there was a time where if they ever reunited or saw each other, it probably was like when they get each other hug, they probably would have posed like that, you know. But to me, I felt the people that had an issue with that, I feel like they were insecure. I feel that those were, I said, you're insecure. I said, because if that's, if you're, here's the thing, when you get rushed with someone, you knew you got rushed with it because they told you, especially up front, they have a past, they've had exes and things like that. Alright? Now, if you're going to have an issue with it, it's going to be kind of hard to find someone who's in a relationship with somebody for this with you. So you have to be more secure in yourself. If you know you're doing what you're doing as a man or as a woman, that shouldn't bother you if the ex chooses to post. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, she didn't respond, so clearly it wasn't offensive. You know what I'm saying? Or she's securing somebody, child, please. And that picture is an old picture of them. What's the crime? Was he dead? I mean, I didn't really be mean when I said like that, but, you know. And people think, oh, she's trying to really know. She's sharing condolences. And you go through trying to find pictures. You want to make sure you find one, like, that's clear. For all you know, that probably was the only picture she could find that was clear and visible for the ex to see. You know what I mean? For us to see and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, people just, I think those, and a lot of the people that were commenting on her thing, a lot of them were women. A lot of them were women. Who all the ones who said that comment, they were women. Because they're not secure in themselves. They were women. They were hold on. They were, I'm going to stop it in a minute too, so I'm going back to the car. They were, women who probably wasn't going to tell what happened to them because someone else did, and they're insecure. You know what I mean? Just like that guy some popped up about how, like, oh, you know, so why you still got your ex-husband ashes? First of all, the man is dead. So he's no threat to you. How's a dead man a threat to you? It was her ex-husband. It wasn't like, you know, she divorced him. He died. It's ashes. So clearly he was a good man. And that was her husband for all you know. What if they had kids together? So now you're not only disrespecting her, but you're disrespecting her children. You have to be mom, you know what I'm saying? And then I feel like throwing them bitches around. Oh, we divorced him right there. Because you're not going to disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? If you're not secure enough in yourself and man enough and mature enough to have some type of understanding, at least listen, hear me out. Because I ain't lie, I got pissed at that. Because I don't know how that video came off my feet, but it did. But anyway. But you have to be secure in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're really insecure if you sit up here upset over some dead ashes. And then you turn around and put them in your yard. See, I know you kind of gave him the backyard as a shrine now. Because the ashes is right there. So every time she come out, she can sit there and look, and talk to her. You put him there. So he's still there around the house. You dumb idiot. But, yeah, people just, a lot of people, they're also more insecure and stuff like that. And definitely immature. Because one who are mature and have grown, stuff like that, and you go through change, stuff like that, that mess will phase you. It's like there's always going to be somebody that wants to start some stuff, just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to be. And of course, it's social media. I bet you none of those women ever say shit to her face. You know what I mean? So, but, you think about everybody. Malcolm, we love you, miss you. You will always be Theo to me. That's how I was first introduced to you. There were a few other things I've seen you in, but you will always be Theo. And stuff like that. And it's, we're going to miss you and the Copper Show and everybody saying we watch. I just pray for the Copper Show family. I pray for his family, his parents, his wife, his daughter, friends of his, anybody that, just anybody that had any type of connection with him, colleagues. So I just pray in my condolences. And it's shot to everybody. I'm listening, I can't, what, for real? Because I thought, my devil is a lie. Devil is a lie. So, but I want to head to get back to work. And so I'm going to sign off because that's all I have to say. This is Alicia with the Real Talk with Alicia podcast, signing off. Peace out.